Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. One more time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Gokulananda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Haribol, Nitai Gaura Haribol. Keep talking. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Shishi Radha Gokulananda ki, Shishi Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shishi Gauranitai ki. Thank you all so much. You've done a wonderful Kirtanam. Now Shravanam is here. So a few minutes and then we'll have some class. So be prepared to hear and contemplate and ask yourself, how can I apply what I'm hearing today? It's a very wonderful opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so welcome to Bhaktivedanta Manor. Thank you for coming here the Easter Monday, bank holiday. We had a lot of guests the last few days, so many guests. So anyway, deities are looking very beautiful, and we are very fortunate. We've got our dear friend Rajesh Krishna Prabhu. He's a very senior devotee. He's a disciple of Bhakti Churu Swami Maharaj. So he's going to share with us some teachings from Bhagavad Gita. So participate, listen carefully, sing along, and also think about everything, and then you can ask some questions, And then he may ask you some questions as well. Yesterday it was Vrinda Vilasini Mataji, so she gave them a good run, But no one fell asleep during her class. Yeah. So anyway, so it's a nice opportunity to learn. So please pay attention and get the nectar of Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna is teaching. So Rajesh Krishna Prabhu ki jai, Bhakti Churu Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Radha Gokulananda ji ki, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Sri Gauranitai ki, Granth Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Hare Krishna.
That's good, yeah. Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Just as Guruma Prabhu said, thank you all for coming today on the bank holiday Monday. It's nice, I suppose, to be here in Lord Krishna's home. Couldn't find a better place on a Sunday. On a Monday. Yeah, they look beautiful today, as they always do. So I'll try and give a small talk on the Bhagavad Gita. It will be chapter 11, verse number 12 we'll talk about today. Okay, yeah. Okay. So chapter 11, verse number 12 is what we'll talk about today. The chapter is entitled The Universal Form. So before we do that, we're going to do a little bhajan. It's called Jai Radha Madhav. If you know the wordings, please sing along to it. Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Jayo Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari Hari Jaya Gopi Chana Vallabha Girvardhari Jai Gopi Chana Vallabha Girvardhari Jai Gopi Chana Vallabha Girvardhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha Gokul Nand Radha Gokul Nand Radhe. Jayo Radha Gokul Nand Radha Gokul Nand Radhe. Jayo Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jayo Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Lakshman Hanuman. Jayo Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jayo Gaura Nitai. Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Nitai, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. So Hare Krishna everyone, thank you all for being here. Today we're going to be reading from Bhagavad Gita chapter 11. I'm not sure, there might be some Bhagavad Gitas, if you haven't got any, just behind that curtain at the back there, where Srila Prabhupada is, or sometimes they're kept this side as well, if anybody needs to read it. Your mobile phones. If you've got on the web browser, log into Vedabase. Bhagavad Gita chapter 11, verse number 12 is what we're doing today. So we're talking on the Bhagavad Gita as it is. Now this is written by, I'm sure a lot of you have seen many, many different versions of Bhagavad Gita. But this is the one that we like to go with, called the Bhagavad Gita as it is. It's because it's written by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who you heard at the back, he was our founder Acharya. He has written the Bhagavad Gita as it is, meaning there's no there's nothing, he's written it as it was spoken, as it's meant to be. There's nothing added, nothing taken away, there's no his personal commentaries or anything like that in there. So what Srila Prabhupada has written there is how the actual events took place and the logical meaning behind all the verses is there. I mean, the uniqueness with this Bhagavad Gita, I find, because I can't read Hindi or Sanskrit like quite a few others, but what I find pleasing with this Bhagavad Gita is that the way that Srila Prabhupada has done it, you can actually read the Sanskrit. He's written it in English at the bottom. So you've got the Sanskrit verse there, then you've got it in what they call transliteration. So it's done in English at the bottom, word for word. And then he gives you the full wording, and then he goes on to give you the purport of what does that wording actually mean? What does that verse actually mean? So that's really good. So in this Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, we have 700 verses. So it starts right at the Battle of Kurukshetra, when Arjuna decided that he's going to fight his cousins, but obviously became bewildered by seeing that he's got to fight his own cousins, his uncles, much more senior than him, his teachers. So it comes as a bit of a shock to the system. It's like, do I really have to do this? But he was so overwhelmed with it, and Krishna said, you have to do your duty as a warrior. You are a warrior, and the duty of a warrior is to fight. So you shouldn't hesitate to fight, but you're fighting for a cause. Okay, and that cause is, as we know, it's like good over evil. This is what happens. You know how the Pandavas were so badly treated by the Kauravas, and so they tried all possible means to settle in a peaceful way. And the Pandavas, they tried everything, but the Kauravas, they just didn't want to, like they say, move an inch or give an inch or anything like that. You know, they were so adamant, no, we're not going to give them nothing. It came to a point where even Krishna intervened, and he says, listen, why do you just settle, just for a little small piece of land for these 5 brothers? Just give them what's rightfully theirs. And Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, they said no. And then it came to a point where, like they say, when all diplomacy fails, then eventually war takes place. So this is sort of the prelude leading up to the Battle of Kurukshetra. So this is what happened. And then Arjuna became overwhelmed, and does he really want to fight? No. Does he have to fight? Yes. To help him overcome the battle, he's grief-stricken. He's standing on his chariot, and Lord Krishna is charioteer. You see all these thousands of people in front of him, and then he stops for a moment, and he just wants like to reframe his mind, thinking, am I doing the right thing? And that's where Krishna comes up, and he spoke the Bhagavad Gita. So at the moment, we're halfway through, almost halfway through the Bhagavad Gita. We're in chapter 11, which is the universal form. So today's verse is verse number 12. So if we just read the verse. Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhave Yugapad Uttita Hadi Bhava Sadashri Sayad Bhasatasya Mahatmana. Says Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhave Yugapad Uthita Yadi Bhava Sadrishi Sasyayad Bhasatasya Mahatmana. Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhave Yugapad Uthita Yadi Bhaha Sadashri Yasasyad Bhasatasya Mahatmana. Would anybody like to try? Divi Surya Sahasrasya Bhave Yugapad Uthita Yadi Bhasa Sridishi Sasyad Bhasya Tasya Mahatmana. Surya Sahasrasya Bhavetsu Papadotita is Bhava Sadrishi Sayad Vasyatasya Mahatmanaha. Anybody else? Okay. So the translation, and we go word by word. What is that? Where's it gone? So, Divi, in the sky, Sarya of suns, Sahasrasha of many thousands, Bhave there were, Yugbat simultaneously, Uthita present. Yadi, if, Bhava light, Sadra like that, Sat that, Siddhi might be, Bhashya effulgence, Tasya of him, Maha Atmana, the great Lord. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. If hundreds of thousands of suns were to rise at once into the sky, their radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. We go into the purport. What Arjuna saw was indescribable, yet Sanjaya is trying to give a mental picture of that great revelation to Dhritarashtra. Neither Sanjay nor Dhritarashtra was present, but Sanjay, by the grace of Vyasa, could see whatever happened. Thus, he now compares the situation, as far as it can be understood, to be an unimaginable phenomena, i.e. thousands of suns. So we'll say a small prayer before we start. It's on page 1 of the introduction, if you have it. Yep. Om Jnana Timirindasya Jnananjala Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitan Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Pagadakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savdutam Paritajan Sayam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhamant Samscham He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Taptaka Kancha